Hey everybody, I'm Rick. Welcome to Talking Habs. We get your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge. We've got game number 46. It is between the Florida Panthers and the Montreal Canadiens. It's in Montreal, so Montreal gets a chance to sort of knock Florida down and keep them out of the wild card race a little bit. But then it gets them raised up a little bit. You'll see what the standings I'll have in the game preview, which I'll have for you. I've got that. I have the lineups. I remember what I got. And no, that's right here. Got this too. The guess the score contest, and it won't come up. Okay. Now that's weird. I'm just going to do this. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to try that again, and it won't come up. How about that? Nothing comes up. Not weird. I don't know what that's about. Nothing will show. Let's see. Oh. I don't know what I did. It's not going to be good if I got to do my game preview because nothing pops up. I don't know why that is. I'm going to have to fix that, I guess. Okay, I did that. I'm going to just go over what I did. No, I cannot get this to work. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my... No, I can't leave studio because it's going to stop it. I don't know what to do here, peoples. Anyway, so till I figure this out. So what I was saying is the game it won't show up. The guess the score contest, if you guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game, you can pick that guy from either team. You win a prize if you're the first one in the chat with that guess. I usually have a pop-up that'll show over my face, and it's just not working tonight. So there you go. You never know. You never know. I'll have some game day news as well, and let's see who's here, and then we'll get to the game day news. Let's see now. Hey Guru, how you doing, man? He's got 4-2 Panthers with Verhaeghe with the first goal, and thank you for that dono. I appreciate that, man. Stand the man. Good evening. 5-2 Habs. Anderson with the first goal. Now this better work. That's because Bob Gannon is in the room. Hey, Bob, how you doing, man? Kelly, hey, Kelly, how you doing? Habs Guru says, crazy week with Jeff Beck passing. And now David Crosby. I didn't hear that. David Crosby passed away today. A couple music legends gone in a week. Yeah, David Crosby was brand new. I did not hear that. I've been working all day, and I didn't see it on Twitter. It's really weird. Hey, BL, how you doing, man? I'm feeling, I'd say 98% or 99% better. Just a little bit of a cough, a little bit in my nose still. That it's just lingering a little bit. But other than that, yeah, totally better. It's day 10, and I am, after today, released from my responsibility. I still wear a mask everywhere, but day 10, I'm not supposed to be infectious anymore after today. Mary Jo, it's working. I mean, you guys can see when I was putting those things up. Well, that's good to know. It's not going to help me though when I kind of need to read them. So I don't know I don't know why it's not showing it to me. I really don't. Maybe if I just change something behind the scene. I'm trying to figure if I change something behind the scene. I don't know. No problem, Bob. Kelly's got 4-3 Habs with power horse. Andy getting the first goal. Let's go try these again. Nope. I don't know what to do to get them to work. So you guys say you could see that, right? I put up that thing there, but I can't. I don't know what I did. I know I clicked something that I probably shouldn't have. And let me see. Nope. There's no options to fix whatever it was that I clicked. I just don't know how to do that. So kind of sucks to be me. And we'll try to figure out how to do this. I don't know how I'm going to do my preview if I can't see the numbers. So there you go. Okay, so never mind that. That's later. I'm going to do the preview, not the preview. I'm going to be doing game day news, and it's a little bit different. I've done it. It's pre-recorded. Here's game day news. Let me see. Let me know what you guys think. Time for some game day news. Andrei Markov was fired from his KHL team, the HC Spartak Moscow. He was the defensive coach there, and Spartak was 7th in their conference with 23 wins and 30 losses. We were just talking about this the other day in the chat about Markov and how everybody wants him to come here and be a defensive coach and take over the PK and maybe even be a power play coach. So, Markov really loves Montreal. I believe his girlfriend or his wife is from Montreal. He doesn't only love it because of the team, but he does love the city. And maybe we'll see Montreal reach out for him. I don't know if it would be this season, but possibly next season, as it seems like he is available. Yuri Slafkovsky, some really bad news. He got injured in the other game the other day. He's going to miss 3 months. 3 months with a lower body injury. I don't know exactly what the injury is, but apparently it won't require surgery. That's good news there, but he's going to miss basically the rest of the season unless he can recover a little earlier. I doubt, it's a big possibility we won't see Slafkovsky playing with the big club this season. Now, a lot of people are probably out there saying, they should have put him in the AHL. This probably wouldn't have happened. But, we don't really know that. It was a bit of, I think somebody fell on his leg. I didn't actually see the injury. But, we don't really know that. We can't look back and second guess. Hindsight's 2020. But he'll be out for looks like the rest of the season. So bad news for Montreal. It does open up a spot for one of the younger kids to come in, younger kids who's younger than Slav, but another one of the young prospects to come in and show something. More injury news, and this is with Yoel Armia and Jonathan Drouin. They'll both be out until after the All-Star break. And both with upper body injuries. We know what happened to Armia. It was definitely this hit here from Trouba in the Rangers game. You can see he hit him around the ribs, kidney area. He was obviously in pain. Armia went off the ice as soon as the next whistle, and he didn't come back, and he's going to miss a little time. I don't know exactly what the injury is, but I dare say it's either a rib injury or a bruised kidney or something like that. Also in that game, this was the game with the Islanders. I think this is where Slafkovsky got hurt. It was against the Islanders. Jake Evans had Brock Nelson fall on his extended leg. I believe it's a knee injury. They're not announcing exactly what it is, except it's an LBI. He'll be out 8 to 10 weeks. So that's 2 months to 2.5 months. But he will also not require surgery. So this is good news that these guys aren't requiring surgery for this, but they're long absences. And with Evans out, obviously he's going to give somebody else, But now we're down another center, and this is going to be anybody hoping for the tank. Well, this is all going to help that tank, I'm sure. In light of all those injuries, Raphael Harvey-Pinard was called up along with Rem Pitlick. And they're both playing on the fourth line. Habs are going right now with 11 forwards, Pitlick and Harvey-Pinard. And then another winger is, they're kind of rotating wingers to fill in for that fourth line. So Rem Pitlick, Raphael Harvey-Pinard, probably going to remain with the big club for the foreseeable future. For Rem Pitlick, who requires waivers, it's an emergency recall. Any time spent here right now on this recall will not go count against the time that for the waivers, for him to require waivers again. So this won't go against that. And if they do send him down, it'll just start over after that again. It's an emergency recall, and it means for special circumstances. The news on Jake Allen is that he'll be out for another week, 1 more week, and I believe he has an upper body injury. He was almost back. He was practicing with the team. Then he was listed as being a healthy scratch, and then back to the injury list. It looks like it'll be another week. Sam Montembeault doing great so far in his absence, but it'll be great to get Allen back. And I don't want to see them have Primo make any starts. That's the problem. How many starts can Monty do in a row? He's got 7 starts in a row right now, and looks like he's going to get another another few anyways till Allen comes back, but it should be just one more week. For everybody that thinks those reverse retro jerseys are jinxed, guess what? Tonight's game, they're back in the reverse retros. So are they cursed? I don't. I mean, jerseys aren't cursed. They're just a bad team on a bad night when they happen to be wearing those jerseys. And I do think that the fans at the arena and the fans watching on TV, we send so much bad energy to them about these jerseys that of course they're going to lose. So they'll be wearing them 3 more times this season after tonight. So yeah, they're 0-4 right now. It's this year so far, and outscored 18-5 while they're wearing them. Let's see if they can change that and have a win here tonight against the Panthers. But I'm sure if they lose, everyone's going to be pointing and saying, those damn jerseys. Tonight's refs are Gislain Hébert and Jake Brink. In 2021-22, with Hébert as the ref, the Habs were 1-7. And with Brink as the ref, they were 0-3. So not a great record with these guys last season. I don't know when. Maybe that was when Dom Ducharme was coaching. That they, I don't know. But, you put that together with the reverse retro jerseys. These refs, and are they going to win tonight? I don't know. This just in. Stabbed man got hit by a car and then thrown off a bridge, and they've just verified it was the vaccine that killed him. Now it's time for my guess in the Guess the Score contest. Yeah, if I get it right, I don't win my own money, but, I get to guess. So my guess is 5-4 for Florida. I'm saying this is going to be an overtime, and I'm going to give the first goal to Barkov. Barkov's basically a Habs killer every time I see Panthers. Barkov kills us with a goal, 2 goals, 3 goals. I think the last game it was 3 goals and 2 assists. So 5-4 in overtime for the Panthers, and Barkov with the first goal. And that's your game day news for January 19th, 2023. Here's a little bit more Arbor. Well, there's the game day news. What do you guys think of that? Let's get back to comments. Let me see now. Where was I? Oh, read that. Stanley Man says, I think Markov as a power play coach will be a huge improvement. I'm not saying it's going to happen or that there's any news, just that we were talking about it, and then boom, there's the announcement that he got fired over there. So kind of weird timing. BL, what are you doing? What mean Pavel Bure is not playing anymore? Okay, I don't even know what you're talking about. I didn't even give your guess. I'm really sorry about that. 5-2 Panthers with Bure getting the first goal. Let me see. Bure, how does that relate to today? Barkov, I guess, no? Drouin and Armia out with hurt feelings. Yeah, I kind of left out what was wrong with Drouin because I don't really know what's wrong with Drouin, and at this point, I don't know that I really care. So, I didn't say anything. Bob says he thinks it's a good move to shut Slav down for the rest of the season. At this point, he would certainly have a conditioning stint in the AHL. He comes back a little early, and Laval is still playing. Yeah, like it's so long now down the road. I don't know what they're going to do, really. I mean, 3 months from now is pretty much the end of the season for Montreal. And, yeah, I don't know. See, that I get. Okay, so you're going to take Rem Pitlick instead. I got that. BL, Jake Allen has the sunburnt back of his neck. I've noticed that before, actually. I think maybe, do you know why that is? Is he just a redneck? Kelly, any ref but Chris Lee. Yeah, but the Gislain Hébert, if we're 1-7, like that's not really a good record under that ref. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I don't like the refs. If Slav recovers near the end of the season, send him down to Laval, and should they make the playoffs, let him experience playoff hockey. It will help him in his development. Well, you're dreaming, though, about the playoffs. But, I mean, I get your point, but they're not making the playoffs. I'm making the playoffs. Thanks, Kelly. Appreciate that. Bob's got 4-2. You're going to have to actually change that one, buddy, because that's been guessed. So, I mean, if you don't care if you win or not, doesn't matter. But first one, Guru has that exact same guess. Bob says, Drew out to lunch. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what it is. I didn't hear an announcement of what it is. I mean, same thing with Armia. It wasn't like confirmed that this is what it is. But like at this point, really, I couldn't care less. I mean, it's clear they're probably not going to now be able to trade him at the deadline because who's going to take him, right? He was just starting to play well, but I mean, then he's injured again. So yeah, forget that. He's here till the end of the season, and then that's it. Hey, Bob, no worries. No worries. It happens. That's what I'm here for, to hopefully guide you through it. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do for my preview because I cannot see what I'm putting up there. Therefore, I cannot read it. I don't have it written. And I don't know what I'm going to do. So it's a dilemma. I think I'm going to have to forego the preview tonight because I clicked on something. It'll work for the live hangout, but it's not going to work here now. And I don't know why. I'm going to give it a try again, but nothing's going to work. Oh, look at that. It works. I have no idea what I did. I have no idea why. It's probably nothing I did, and it's probably StreamYard itself, but they don't say anything, and then it makes me think I'm an idiot. Well, I am an idiot, but, it kind of ingrains that, and I don't like that. Well, at least I can do the preview. Okay, let's go back to the comments. We can talk no, we can't talk at all because I'm going to have to do the preview. Let's see. BL says Kent Hughes' press conference was brutal. It was 75% French and 25% English, no interpreters. That's exactly what they do. They give 3/4 of it to the French media, and they toss a couple of bones over to the English media, and that's it. And it's getting a little boring. How do I feel about Monahan on the LTIR? I only know this, that it won't affect his return. The timeline for his return, not affected by this. So, I'm only worried that he doesn't get back in time for them to be able to, for him to play enough for, them to get a good return for him if they trade him. The only other thing is, though, he wasn't put there for a time reason. He was put there for a little bit of flexibility with the cap for a short period of time. He's been on the injured list long enough that putting him on the LTIR shouldn't affect when they can take him back. Like, he can be off the LTIR and back in the lineup probably, this weekend. Like, I think so. It's not going to affect anything. I don't know when he's coming back. It should be any time now, but I don't know. They keep lengthening it, so I worry about that we won't get a return from, after all, in the end. Bob, to Kachuk instead, that's exactly what you do. Change the score or change the goal scorer, and it's perfect. Oases, hopefully I'm saying that right. Caulfield signs, same deal as Suzuki. Could be. I think a little bit less, but I mean, it could be. I don't know. And it might even be 7 years in that way, because Suzuki's in the first year of an 8 year, so he's got 7 years left. If Caulfield signs for 7 years, maybe that's what they want to do. They both finish at the same time, or their contracts would end at the same time. I could see that happening, or else it'll be an 8 year deal and $7.5 million to what Suzuki's making. One of those two. That's what I think. Savard leaves before Edmondson. I don't know about that. I was kind of thinking that Hughes would mention Savard about that. The talk is mostly Edmondson and Anderson. Does that mean Savard wouldn't go? No, it doesn't. But I don't know. I think Savard, I think they want to keep him around as a veteran for the next couple of years. for the kids. I kind of think that. I don't know. But then again, if they get a really good offer, no reason why they wouldn't move him. But before Edmondson, I don't know. I think Edmondson probably is going to go at the deadline. So same with Savard if he goes. So if you're talking like days or something, it's so what? That doesn't mean anything. Does Caulfield deserve more than Boldy? Yes, because he's in Canada and in Quebec where the taxes are higher. So you're going to see him get a little bit more. Is he going to get a ton more? No, I think he's not, because he's going to get about $500,000 to $750,000 more, in my opinion. Okay, now I've got to go do the preview while I can go away again. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, the 21-20-5 Florida Panthers are in Montreal to take on the 19-23-3. That's funny, 1923, good show. I'm watching it. Montreal Canadiens. Did I say that? Yeah, I did. How to watch this game? I'm a little, I think I'm a little schizophrenic tonight. Start time 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. In Canada, TSN2 in English and RDS in French. And if you're in the Panthers region, Bally Sports Florida season series, they beat us 7-2 on December 29th. There's tonight, March 16th, this March 16th is the next game, and then March 30th. So 2 games near the end of the season. Last 10 record, Panthers are 5-4-1 coming into this game. Lost in overtime their last game. Montreal is 4-6-0, and they've won their last 2 games. Home and away, Florida's away. They're 10-14-2 on the road. Montreal is 10-11-0 at home. Tail of the tape, scoring chances 4%, 44.4%, 28th in the league for Montreal, 55.3%. That's third in the league for Florida. Goals per game, 2.58 for Montreal, 29th. 3.28 for Florida, that's 11th. Goals against per game, 3.62 for Montreal, 27th, and 3.41 for the Panthers, 23rd. So they're close there. Power play percentage, 15.9% for Montreal, 31st. 22.2% for the Panthers, 15th. So that's a good power play. And PK percentage, 74.8% for Montreal, 23rd, and 75.4% for the Panthers, 21st. Not a great penalty kill there. And of course, head-to-head, Montreal's 0-1-0, and they're 1-0-0. In the dot, they are 48.8% for 22nd in the league. Montreal's 49.7% for 18th. And shots on goal and shots against per game. So shots for per game, 35.4 for Florida, 28 even for Montreal, and shots allowed per game, 32 even for Florida, 33.8 for Montreal. The goalies tonight, I don't know on the other side there, so we'll just go with Bobrovsky, 12, 13, and 2, 3.25 goals against, and an 8.97 save percentage with a shutout. If it's Spencer Knight, 9, 7, and 3. Record 305 goals against, 906 save percentage with a shutout. One of those guys could be injured, and they wouldn't say there. I just have this feeling that there was an injury. If it still is or not, I don't know. Jake Allen is not playing tonight. Montembeault is making his 8th start in a row, 9, 7, and 2 record, 305 goals against, and a 912 save percentage. That's the highest save percentage he's had in his career, at least at this juncture in any season. And he's also got 9. I thought he had 8 wins. I guess 9 wins now. So that's the most wins he's had in a season. So good on Monty. Players to watch. It's over the last 5 games. For points, for them, Barkov, 7 points. And for Montreal, Doc with 5. Goals, Barkov with 3. Caulfield for Montreal with 3. Assists, Tkachuk. It's Matthew Tkachuk with 5, and Drouin, who's not in this game and won't be, maybe never again. I don't know. You never know with him. He has 4 plus minus. Ekblad with a +3, and Kirby Dach with a +2 for Montreal. Team leaders For goals, Matt Tkachuk with 22, Cole Caulfield with 26. For points, Matt Tkachuk with 56 and Nick Suzuki 37. Time on ice, Brandon Montour 24-25 and Mike Matheson 23-34 for Montreal. And with wins, Bobrovsky with 12, Allen with 10 for Montreal. The refs tonight, as I showed you here. So for Montreal, this guy here, Ghislain Bear, in 21-22, they were 1-7 under this guy. And for the other guy, 0-3. So, like, these guys, I don't know. They don't like Montreal. But when they're the home team usually wins with them. We'll see tonight. See home win percentage. You can't see my cursor. It's too bad. 53% for the first guy there, Bear, and 54% for Brank. So we'll see if that is not the way it is tonight. But Montreal doesn't usually do well with them reffing. So here's the bottom 12, and I'm giving you bottom 12 because that will include Florida. Florida is at the top of that 12. Buffalo, Philadelphia, Detroit, then Ottawa, and then Montreal, who moved up a spot, actually. They're 7th from the bottom now. And Vancouver, San Jose, Arizona, Anaheim, Chicago, and Columbus are below them. And so Montreal moving up a little bit, Florida moving up a little bit. Yeah, I mean, listen, there's a lot of hockey left, so it doesn't really mean anything right now. Top five scorers for Florida. Matt Tkachuk leads them with 22 goals, 34 assists, 56 points. Barkov with 12 goals, 25 assists, 37 points. He's also their captain. Montour with 8 goals, 29 assists, 37 points. Verhaeghe with 21 goals, 15 assists, 36 points. And Sam Reinhart rounding that out with 13 goals, 18 assists, 31 points. Montreal's top 5. Nick Suzuki, 16 goals, 21 assists, 37 points. Cole Caulfield, 26 big goals. Let's see him build on that tonight. 10 assists to go with that, 36 points. Kirby Dach, 8 goals, 21 assists, 29 points. Christian Dvorak, 7 goals, 13 assists, 20 points. And Monahan, who is still out, 6 goals, 11 assists, 17 points. And still nobody has been able to come from behind except Dvorak, who moved ahead of him from just behind him. Nobody else has been able to come from behind yet. So we'll see. Florida lines. Barkov will be centering Lundell and Reinhart. Sam Bennett in between Verhaeghe and Tkachuk. That Listerine guy there, that's like Listerine, the mouthwash, very similar pronouncing the way you pronounce his name, but I never get it right. In between Nick Cousins and Grigory Denisenko. Eric Stahl, former Hab, forgettable, but former Hab. Ryan Lomberg and Giovanni Smith on his wings. Forsling and Ekblad, first pair. Mark Stahl, Eric's brother, and Montour, second pair. Mahura and Gudis, third pair. And it is Bobrovsky making the start. And I guess it's Spencer Knight that's out because you see Alex Lyon is backing him up. So, yeah. Habs lines. Suzuki, Caulfield with Jesse Ylönen on that. Apparently that's the right way to pronounce it. Ylönen from Ylönen's own mouth. And if I'm saying it wrong now, well, that's because I'm an idiot. Dvorak, Hoffman, and Anderson. Next line, Dach. And I don't know, this is weird, but Dach, third line with Pezzetta and Dadonov, because something's wrong with those lines. I don't know what it is. Pidlick and Harvey Pinard round out the fourth line because they're going with 11 forwards. Edmondson, Barron, Matheson, Savard, Harris, Kovacevic. Arbor will play with probably all of those guys at some point because he's very versatile. And that's the 7 defensemen. Monty starting. Look at that injured list. Jake Allen, Slavkovsky, Drouin, Armia, Evans, Byron, Gallagher, Gooley, Heineman, who really hasn't played here, and Monahan. It's 10 people on that injured list. Another year, which is a crazy amount of injuries. So there you go. That's my rambly kind of preview. Let me know what you guys think. Let's talk. There's a lot of comments for me to get to. I'm probably gonna have trouble getting to all of them. Let's see. Go back. My God, there's lots. All right. That's where I remember last. Kelly says, do you think Andy will go at the deadline? Well, I think Andy probably goes every day. I don't think he's going to hold it in till just the deadline to go, because otherwise that'd be pretty pain. Oh, we're not talking about the same thing. No, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I think he's an easy guy to move. And I think if they don't get their first round pick and they really want another first round pick, they might do it. Other than that, I don't know. Craig Lapointe. How you doing, Craig Lapointe? Welcome to the room. I don't know if you've been in before. Are you any relation to Guy Lapointe? Because same last name. Injuries mounting up like last year, exactly in advance of the draft. I heard that ingrown toenails are contagious. Yeah, listen, there's a lot of injuries right now here. Oasis, good points. Thanks for answering. You're welcome. Did I? Oh, I did. Okay, thank you. You're welcome. Hey, Baby, how you doing, man? Habs 4-3, Barron first goal. J-Fed, Verhage, 5-3, Florida. Bob says there has been some chatter in Toronto media here. Yes, I live in Leave Nation. We know that. We don't envy you, though. About Chikrin being pursued by the Leafs, I have heard Edmondson named too. And I just was reading something about Morgan Riley since coming back. Very underwhelming. So, yeah, they might be in the market for one of those guys. I don't see Montreal moving Edmondson to Toronto. I just don't see Montreal and Toronto. Doesn't matter what their regime is, who's here, who's there as far as management. It's just not two teams that make any kind of a deal like Edmondson is big enough. Like, you wouldn't see that. I wouldn't. I don't think so. Baby says, hard call as we want to tank, but want Florida to lose also, so we get a better draft pick from them. Yeah, it's an impossible choice. It's an impossible choice because Montreal moved up a spot, so if they win, it screws that up. If Florida wins, there's no good answer. There's no good answer. Sorry, Ray, I didn't mean to kick you there. It's only because you like sleep on my feet, but okay. Hey, Harry, I'm talking to myself because I'm schizophrenic. No, you're not. Yes, I am. Hey, Harry, how you doing, man? 5-2 Canadiens win. Monty with a few great saves. Caulfield opens the scoring. Awesome. But the Oilers would also be after the same guys for sure. Well, apparently, the rumors are also with the Oilers, Edmondson and Andy as well. Maybe the price goes up. Exactly. See, you get a bidding war. Maybe that happens. And we are really getting a lot closer now. It's hard to say now, well, it's a long way away. It's not really. It's like 15 games away. So it's not that far away. Toronto also has less than $2 million cap space, so we're not taking on any of their goddamn debt. J-Fed says Montreal and Florida will finish where they will finish. Don't see them catching bottom three teams. I don't know, with all these injuries here. You think with all these injuries, and there's some long-term ones, right? Are they really going to be able to sustain what they're doing right now for the last two games? Like, really? I don't think so. So, they might have put on a bit of a streak. And maybe I'm wrong, but I think with these injuries, it's kind of going to be tough for them to make any upward mobility. It's probably going to be downward. Edmonton only I know Edmonton doesn't have much cap space. Who does today anyways? Not a lot of teams. Hey, Axiom, how you doing, man? Oasis Allen is not back. He's out for another 6 days. Bobrovsky is starting. Yeah, I know I'm behind here. I'm going to scroll down a little bit, guys. Sorry. But I have to. Try not to miss it. Jason's got 3-2 Habs. Caulfield first goal. I don't want to miss those. Lucas, hey, Lucas, 4-3 Habs. Kachuk first goal. Rory, 6-2 Panthers, Bennett first goal. Axiom, go Cats. So Axiom is a Panthers fan, which was actually great. We love having fans from other fan bases here. Oh my God, I can't believe how many comments. I just, there's no way I can get through it. I'm going to go to the bottom. I'm going to read some of those. If I get through those, I'll go back to and look for ones I didn't read. But I can't, I'm never going to get there because I've only got a few minutes left. Hey, Marwisk, I'm doing great. How are you doing, man? And don't forget, hey, you guys make your guesses. It's fine. That's not going to, I don't have to read them for them to count. Arizona wins the lottery. Yeah, maybe they will. I don't know. People First Yukon. Welcome to the channel. How you doing, man? Sorry I have to rush through, but I'm kind of falling behind. Game doesn't matter who wins for Montreal. They have both picks. No, kind of agreed. I mean, kind of the worst case scenario is we go to overtime, which is what I called for. Is kind of the worst case scenario, which is what will happen. Because they each get points, and it's we'll see. Well, Axiom, though, that's, you can say that's true for a lot of teams. You like the Habs too. I know that. I'm not just saying you're just a Panthers fan, but I mean, there's a lot of teams where there's players that I like. But it doesn't mean I cheer for them. Well, good to know that you, when you call those OGs, it's like, okay, that's not for me. They're not, but all right, let's go back a little bit there. Hey, Kenny B, how you doing? I wanted to call you Kenny G again. It's not the first time. Let Columbus get a future Hall of Famer? Oh, you mean like by them getting first overall pick? They may get it. I mean, they're going to be in that running. There's no doubt. Kelly, yeah, I'm thinking that the way they had them there, they're not always in proper order. So Doc's line's got to be second. It just threw me off that Pizzetta there. That's all. Threw me off. But it's got to be that. Axiom wants to see a Jack Eye fight. He fought last game. Probably not going to fight tonight unless he needs to. Guru, exactly, right? Toffoli last year stayed there in that list after being traded. It's just, there's just no secondary scoring. And Monahan is kind of the one that was doing that. He's out. So who's going to, you think somebody that picked it up a little bit and at least gotten a little past him, but nope. Look, even Dvorak took him a while. It's a problem here. Huge problem. Tankathon continues. Yeah, I mean, it's organic at least, right? Harry, I noticed that too. It's so weird. And maybe it's kind of the way the French players don't like the pressure here. Maybe that's what it's like. They get to Montreal, they feel a lot of pressure, they lose their mind. Edmonton would give us Puljujarvi back to make cap space for Eddie. That's what, if you're making a deal with Edmonton, you're getting Puljujarvi. That's just, it seems that's just how it is. They also have Jake Muzzin contract they can dump in Arizona. Give it to Arizona. We don't need Jake Muzzin. Talk about the Leafs there. So I guess I got through most of those comments, or did I miss a bunch more? Nope. Well, I'm impressed with myself. And I'm going to have to go anyway, so it's perfect timing. All right, so I'm going to take off here because I got to go do my stuff. And I'll be back in 20 minutes for the hangout. Hopefully we'll have a lot of fun no matter which way the game goes. Last two games, I mean, I was sure Montreal was going to get their asses handed to them, and it didn't work that way. So You kind of never know what you're going to get. I just think that with all those injuries, I don't see how they can sustain that for a long period of time. Yeah, they can in the short term, I think. So we'll see. I don't know who I really want to see win. I think it might go to overtime, and it's just going to work that way. They'll both get points. It'll both help them both stay higher up, and that's how it works. It's our luck. Okay, so I'll see you. I'll see you then in less than 20 minutes. Till then, stay safe. Peace out, y'all, and thanks for watching. And I'll see you in a bit. Bye, everybody.